going on, you fam? Raiyuden here. Before we begin with the video, I just wanted to let you guys know that the 4th episode of the Outlast gameplay is going to be released today. Okay, someone clearly got wrecked in the showers. It's probably weenie guys and someone dropped the soap. I don't want to go that way. Is this it? Ha, fatty! Way. Look, listen here, pal. We got 2 ways to go about this. For one, you get on a diet and you leave me alone, or 2, I'm gonna make you do some cardio and you're gonna start running after me. What's your choice? Guess it's cardio for you, Hoodie! Guys, gone. What the? If you guys haven't checked out the second channel, you should go ahead and take a look. It's a super spooky game, and I think you guys will enjoy seeing me get spooked. So if you guys want to go take a look, that'd be greatly appreciated. Now for today's video, in terms of legends, usually I like to do, top 10k grinds where I show off some of the matches I'm doing, but instead I'm going to sort of condense it into one video and then share the team that I'm using to get to the top 10k and give my reasoning for it, in case it could help you guys get there as well. For this top 10k, I'm going to be running the future team with a tiny twist. I'm going to be swapping in Yellow Cell because we need a very strong yellow unit to counter all the Super Vegetos that are rampant with the Fusion Warrior dominance in PvP. So the team is very good. The main premise behind it is I wanted 2 healers, being Zamasu and Mai. I needed also 2 units that could safeguard me from rising rushes. So Yellow Cell, when he swaps in, will save you, and then Zamasu can tank a rising rush. The biggest issue right now in PvP for me is, I have bad starts. And the game right now, it feels like it gives people rising rushes right away. So oftentimes the way it works is I lose priority right off the bat, and then my opponent already has a rising rush, and it's a 2v3 right off the bat. It's a huge uphill climb. So the biggest issue I have to deal with right now is rising rushes, so I'm going to make my team revolve around countering that. And the double healers, because I need the means to sustain myself against some of the dominant units. A lot of the units get stronger over time, Super Vegeta in particular, and having units that heal will help me continue going toe-to-toe with them, even though in the long run they'd win the fight. It's all about playing around that. But enough about that, let's go into PvP. Alrighty, here's the first match of the video against I Don't Lose with a pretty unique team. Seems like some sort of mix of Fusion Warriors, Sun Family, and Yellow Cell there. I guess maybe it was his counter towards other Fusion Warriors, I'm not really sure. One thing I wanted to say before we dive into the match or whatever is we passed 9,400 subs today, and we have maybe a week left before the end of the month. The goal by the end of the month is to hit 10k. So can we do it? Can we make it? We're going to be cutting it close, but I think we can do it, you fam. We can do it. So if you guys haven't already and you want to help make it to the goal, I don't like telling people to do that, because my hope is that the content does it for you. But a lot of people say like, oh, I've been watching you for a while and I completely forgot to do it or whatever. So I mean, if you guys want to, it'd be cool, just because 10k is the goal for the end of the month. But if you don't want to, don't feel you must. But get that out of the way, and we're off to a really good start. It's one of those rare instances where I actually do gain priority off the bat, so things are looking good for me, and things aren't looking too good for our friend here. Unfortunately, his choice of team wasn't really that dandy. You can make teams work where you just slap together a bunch of very strong units, but they're pretty glass cannon. You're really relying on their kit. It's the Z ability that will really help with sustain here, and because his team isn't really synergized that well, they're getting hit pretty hard. So we already took care of Goten. Pan is out of the way already, and I was really hoping, without sounding like a douche, I was hoping I could do a flawless here, but unfortunately I got the timing wrong there. I couldn't quite get Cell's green card out there, so I get hit a little bit. Kinda sucks, but it is what it is. Get to throw in Cell's ultimate ability here and get to close out the match. It would have been cool if this was a legendary finish, if you ask me, but I guess it isn't, because it never really killed anyone. Cell's ultimate Kamehameha never really killed anyone in the end. Here's the second match of the video against another Fusion Warrior team, As you probably know by now, Fusion Warriors are dominating the PvP meta, so we're going to be coming across a lot of these teams here. It was cool to see someone run the OG Red Gogeta. I remember when this guy first came out alongside Janemba, I used all of my free-to-play Chrono Crystals to get this dude. I'm pretty frugal. I was pretty frugal, rather. I was entirely free-to-play up until the step-up banner with Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Majin Vegeta, and Goku Black. And on this banner, I used everything, and I never got him. Funny enough, I got the Janemba in the discount single when the banner first came out, but I never got this Red Gogeta despite putting all my Chrono Crystals into it. It really sucked. But it was funny to see. And then I remember, whatchamacallit, I don't know what banner it was, but I think it was a step-up banner where I just kept pulling him, and I was like, oh, this is hilarious. So for me right now, in terms of the game, I don't see myself putting any money into it, like zero. I was already pretty frugal with any sort of expenses I made. I spent maybe 400 bucks over like 450 days, 400 or something days worth of playing the game, and I plan on keeping it to zero at this point going forward with the state of the game right now. So they are a business, and we can be as vocal as we want, but I mean, they speak one language, and that's money. So I don't plan on putting any money into the game. The only reason why I'm doing this top 10k right now is because I need to earn some of the Chrono Crystals so I can pull the new units. I'm hoping that top 10k will be super simple here, and then I get them with the Chrono Crystals that I already have, so I can save enough for the next banner or whatever. I'm just hoping I don't get shafted on this new banner. But speaking of the new banner coming out, what do you guys think about the new units? I find it interesting that the transforming unit is Trunks for some reason. You would think it would be Android 13, but it looks like they're really trying to nickel and dime people here. They're really saving the super hype units for, I don't know, a moment, potentially a step-up banner. For all we know, they're going to have like a transforming Android 13, the Spirit Bomb absorbed Goku, and I don't know, really. Could be really anyone, but they're really holding back on releasing the hype units, so. But I don't know, it's kind of weird for Trunks to be getting the transformation there as the Legends Rising, but oh no, I'm not going to complain. I guess it is what it is. Here's the third match of the video against an Androids team. I mainly wanted to put this to show that the team can do quite well against a wide variety of different units. It doesn't just have to be Fusion Warriors. You can make this team work against every manner of team. We got a nice little type wheeling for everyone. I really like this purple Mai. The abundance of green cards that you get using her is really useful, especially when you want to merge it with Cell. Making people's strike costs go up quite a bit is so irritating, and his green card overall is so damn strong. Being able to go through blue cards, key cards, stop strikes, stop rising rushes is pretty insane. It's very, very strong. So I'm getting hurt pretty bad, but I don't mind at all. Zamasu can take a little bit of punish here. He is a defensive unit, and he does have the second life, and I have double healing, so this is particularly why I wanted the double healing units. Granted, this Mai doesn't heal the team because I knew that Android 14 over there was gonna show up. He is such a dominant unit on the Android team, so I knew that I would have to bring this purple Mai in order to have some sort of type advantage. I know he's saving his Cell for my Rising Rush, so I'm trying to be careful here. But yeah, gaining a green card, gaining some key there is really nice. His strike cost is just a nuisance now. It's up to like 39 or whatever. Brings out his Android 14, get advantage here, which is nice. This match is going quite well for me. I really wanted to use Cell's main ability here, but I knew I couldn't. After all, the Cell's swap in is there. His save. I completely forgot that her blue card actually reduces standby count, which is pretty damn good. It's really good. And look at this. Of course, some lag. What's new? I faced so many laggy matches in the top 10k. I keep telling myself, dude, just just get the 7,000 RP out of the way early so you don't have to deal with this, because the only people that truly care to get it early are probably the people that are legit units, not the people that are, you know, abusing lag and whatnot. But I never get around to it because it's such a dreadful thought. It's like, ugh, I gotta go through all that. I knew that I couldn't use Cell's main ability there because I kept all the timings wrong. I think in the comment section you guys noted that you would have to use a keycard first in order to chain it together. You wouldn't be able to swap in, use the main ability, and then the ultimate. You would have to use a keycard to chain them together, so I didn't want to go for it. I knew I wouldn't hit him. Would have been a good opportunity to make him waste his vanish though. So we lose Mai, but that's okay. With the Rising Rush out of the way and the remaining units that I have, without a doubt, we're going to be okay. Got super lucky there that we got his Cell with the green card. With Zamasu there, as long as having type advantage over Cell being the, you know, the strongest unit that I have to worry about, it's very nice. Yeah, look at that, barely any damage. But my biggest concern is a feint, really. This unit gives me traumatic flashbacks of when I faced against Brad getting double feint, so I had to be cautious here. But he's out of the way now. All that's left is Cell. He makes me waste my vanish, but he goes in for a sidestep there, so that's where we sealed the deal. And then there goes Cell. That's the third and final match of the video. Oh, look at that! There's a fourth match. What do you know? I figured if I'm gonna condense two videos into one and share why I use this team, I may as well keep it for another one. You know, show how the team does against all the top meta teams right now. So I showed you guys how well this team does against Androids, Fusion Warriors, and God Key. These are the most common teams that you're going to be seeing in the game, so I figured why not throw this one in there in the mix to show how well it does. Granted, my opponent here does not have Whis, so things would have changed a little bit, because the team will often be run with Super Saiyan Blue Goku, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, and Whis, but he doesn't have Whis here. But so the way you would have faced them would have been a little bit different. I don't use my green card here or my Rising Rush because I don't remember if they're immune to getting flashed or not. I completely forgot. So I figure I may as well try to dish out as much damage as I can here. Sometimes I like to switch it up, actually. Sometimes I like to use my main ability and then pop a Rising Rush, because a lot of people think that they can swap into another unit and keep them safe. But if you're cheeky and you use the Rising Rush instead, then you just eliminated a perfectly healthy unit. It can backfire on you if someone decides, hey, I just want to dump that unit. It's okay. So you do have to be careful. At this point here, I'm worried about a Rising Rush, but I'm also worried about Vegeta. Vegeta's ultimate ability can nullify Zamasu's second life, so I have to be careful. Got a nice little vanish there, switch into Mai, gain some ki. That's also a nice little thing about it, is with the increased draw speed and gaining the additional ki, it's so useful to keep combos going. If I didn't have that nice little passive there, I wouldn't have been able to kill the Vegeta there. So there's that infamous Rising Rush. I knew it was going to come. I knew it was going to be there somewhere. Everyone is going to probably be targeting your yellow cells, so just keep that in mind when you play. But I'm not too worried. I'm not too worried at all, because I still have Mai, and although Mai isn't the strongest unit ever, with the Blue Goku being so close to death and whatever, I'm sure that I'd be okay. Especially with that Beerus being almost dead. I was a little worried here because, of course, they're all critical hits. One ultimate ability did 1.3. That's crazy. So this is where double healers come through. See? Yeah, switch into Mai, gain some ki and whatever, heal up. Use a green card and then heal up. Look at that. This is quite nice. Being able to sustain with other teams that not only do so much damage but also sustain quite well. And then use a blue card to get rid of him. Get rid of Beerus, bait his vanish, and then I can use the Rising Rush. Gets the blast card just cause no matter what happened, I just wanted to make sure that lead got off and that he would be at 1 HP, because he doesn't have a Rising Rush, and if I have a Mai and a Zamasu with a second lifesteal lose to a 1 HP Super Saiyan Blue Goku, then I deserve to lose. So I just 1 Q and he's dead. So that's the fourth and final match of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something new and try out the team. I hope it gets you guys to the top 10k. Good luck to everyone. Don't forget to check out the second channel as well. Until next time, peace.